Hello students. So in the last lecture we had discussed about how to write the dimensional formula for any physical quantity and what is dimensional formula, right? Fine. So today we are going to discuss dimensional analysis and how in dimensional analysis we'll make use of dimensional formula. What are the applications of dimensional analysis, right? So first of all, dimensional analysis is a method, right? It's a method in physics to solve few problems, right, by making the use of dimensional formula, right? It is a method where you will be able to solve few problems in physics by making the use of dimensional formula, right? So there are three main applications of dimensional analysis. First one is to check the consistency of an equation, right? The second one is to obtain the relation between different physical quantities. We'll understand each and every points in detail. And the third one is to find the relation between different physical quantities. No, the second one was to find the relation, and the third one is to convert a physical quantity into from one system to any other system. Once again, there are mainly three applications. First one is to check the consistency of an equation, right? To check whether the equation is consistent, the equation is correct or not. The second one is to obtain the relation between different physical quantities, and the third one is to convert a physical quantity from one system to any other system, right? So these are the three main applications of dimensional analysis where we will be using dimensional formula, right? So we'll first understand the application 1, which is to check the consistency of an equation, right, by taking one or two examples. Then we'll understand the second application and third. Clear? So the first application is to check the consistency of a equation connecting different physical quantities. First of all, what does this mean? To check the consistency of an equation connecting different physical quantities. That means with the help of dimensional analysis, you can check whether the given equation is correct or it is incorrect, right? So we'll take one example, right? Suppose you are being said, you are given an equation, displacement d is equals to v0t plus half at square. This is your question. Check whether this equation is correct or not. You have been given an equation d equals to v0t plus half at the whole square, where d represents displacement, v0 represents initial velocity, t represents time, and a represents acceleration. Okay, fine. So we have to check whether the given equation is correct or not, whether this relation which is given in front of you is correct or it is incorrect. Fine. Say if the equation is dimensionally correct, right, then remember one thing, always the dimensional formula of a physical quantity written on the left side must be equals to the dimensional formula of the equation written in right side, written on right side. That means dimensional formula of this must be equals to this, must be equals to this. That means all these three terms, two terms are on right side and one term is on left side. They all must have the same dimensional formula. If their dimensional formula comes out to be same, the equation is dimensionally correct. If any of the term, if the dimensional formula of any of the term does not match with the dimensional formula of the left side term, then it is not consistent. You are getting the point, right? So we'll check. First take LHS. We'll check this. In LHS, the quantity is displacement is in meter, So the dimensional formula will be m0 L1 T0. Now, if this dimensional formula m0 L1 T0 is for both the terms on the right side, the equation is correct, otherwise the equation is not correct. Fine. We'll see right hand side. Right hand side, the first term V0t. V0 means velocity, right? The unit of velocity is meter per second and unit of time is second. So it is meter. Meter means m0 L1 T0. Meter means it's a unit of length. It's a unit of length, of course. So the first part of right hand side matches with left hand side, but I cannot say that the equation is correct still. I have to check each and every part. If the dimensional formula of each and every part comes out to be same, only then the equation is said to be correct. Fine. So second part, half at the whole square. So this is half a square t square. Half will not have any unit, right? Okay. This is acceleration. Acceleration is in meter per second square, the whole square into second square. Clear? Unit of acceleration is meter per second square and square into second square. So this will be meter square by second raised to 4 into second square. So this is meter square by second square. That means this will be L2 t minus 2 m raised to 0. So this is the dimensional formula coming out for the second part given in right hand side. So this dimensional formula does not matches with this dimensional formula. That means the equation given is not consistent, right? That means this equation is wrong. Clear? So this is the first application of dimensional analysis. You can check by making the use of dimensional formula whether the given equation is dimensionally correct or it is incorrect. Clear? We'll take one more example. Okay. Okay, second example, work equals to half mv square minus half mv0 square. Check whether this equation is dimensionally correct, consistent or not. M represents mass, V represents velocity, right? This represents velocity at any time, this represents initial velocity, but their dimensions will be same. Fine. So we have to check whether this equation is dimensionally correct or not. Okay. First LHS. Work done. What is the formula to calculate work done? Force into displacement. Force into displacement. Clear? So this will be, unit of force will be kilogram meter per second square. This is already this unit is already obtained in the lecture dimensional formula. We have studied how to obtain the unit of this physical quantity force into displacement. That means it is in meter. So ultimately the unit comes out to be kilogram meter square by second square. So now I will write the dimensional formula for work done. Kilogram. So kilogram is a unit of mass, physical quantity mass. Since there is no power, so m raised to 1. Meter square. Meter represents length. That means unit of meter, meter is a unit of length, L2, T2. So finally it comes out to be M1, L2, T minus 2, right? So this is your LHS. Now we will check both the parts of RHS. First one, half mv square. Half will not have any unit mass, so it is kilogram meter per second the whole square. So this will be kilogram meter square by second square. So this will be m1 L2 t minus 2. Yes. So the first part of right hand side matches with LHS. So now let us check the another part. Kilogram. V or V0, in a way it represents velocity, so their units will be same. Clear? Kilograms, m1 meter square, L2 t minus 2. So both the parts of RHS, right? The dimensional formula of both the parts of RHS is equals to the dimensional formula of LHS. So the equation is dimensionally correct. That means this relation is correct. Clear? So this is how we will check whether the equation is dimensionally correct or not. Now we will switch on to another application in the next video.